Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing today? Are we looking forward to this sprint race, the first sprint race of 2022? We have Max Verstappen on pole position, which is good for the championship, I guess. Unluckily, though, Carlos Sainz is somewhere down the order. I'd have preferred to see Carlos Sainz further up the grid because as I said last time out, I think he's the only guy now that can actually put up the fight to Charles Leclerc. Maybe Verstappen can. I hope I'm underestimating Verstappen, but those DNFs are seriously impacting him. I really, really do think so. All right. So, where are you joining us from? Who are you going for today? Who are you supporting? Who do you think is going to win the championship? Can Mercedes overcome all the challenges that they've been having? They look quite good in free practice this morning. They seem to have their speed back on the dry track. Will it carry through to the race? I don't know. I don't know. That's why we're having a watch along. If you could tell what was going to happen, there'd be no point in watching. No point at all. But I'm looking forward to this. So a few changes to the rules this year. Of course, we have Max Verstappen will be starting on pole position in the feature race tomorrow as well. So whoever qualifies in first on the Friday now carries that qualifying position through both the sprint race and the feature race. So it doesn't matter if Verstappen has another DNF today; he's still starting in pole position tomorrow. So that's I think that's a good rule. I don't exactly know what I think of it yet, to be perfectly honest with you. We'll see how it plays out. One thing I do like though is that they are going to carry through a lot more points this time round. So it's not just the top three that get points now; it's the top eight in the sprint race that get points, and so that is a really, really good addition, if you ask me. Right. So let's have a look at the grid. They're just on the screen at the moment, showing us the tires, the different options. I'm not sure what everybody's going to be starting on. We don't have that on our display just yet as to which tires each driver will be starting with. And they're actually showing the grid on the Formula One coverage at the moment. So let me put up my own grid here. Well, my own. I borrowed this from the Formula One Twitter page. So it's Albon starting in 20th place. Then we have Ocon starting in 19th. 18th is Latifi. 17th Gasly. 16th Tsunoda. 15th Stroll. 14th Zhou. 13 Hamilton. That's not good for Lewis Hamilton. Definitely not. Schumacher is in 12th. Russell is in 11th. Sainz is 10th. Then we have Vettel starting in 9th. Bottas 8th. Perez 7th. Ricardo 6th. Alonso 5th. Magnussen 4th. Magnussen, you see he's on our thumbnail today. He's our driver of yesterday, and I hope he can do something really, really good today. Norris is starting in 3rd place. That's a really good start for Norris as well. Leclerc is in 2nd, and his main rival Max Verstappen is in 1st place. So I'm hoping for a very good race between the pair of them. I'm skeptical as to what Norris can do in 3rd place. I'm skeptical as to what Magnussen can do in 4th place. Alonso being in 5th is that's a spicy proposition. So let's see what Alonso has up his sleeve. Perez should bring his way through the field. Hopefully, well, he'll be hoping to finish into the top 4 for tomorrow. And of course, then we have Russell and Hamilton way down the field, and they'll be looking to push through as much as they can. And let's not forget Carlos Sainz, the man who's just signed a new contract for Ferrari. And he'll be hoping that he can do something major here because, as I said, I think he's the guy that can put it up to Leclerc, and he's not doing it so far this season, which is unfortunate because they were so even last season. So even. We're waiting for this race to get up and running at the moment. I just make sure I have my tracker on the other screen ready to go. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Okay, the formation lap is about to get underway here. Already, Max Verstappen has a very aggressive position on the grid where he's pointing himself into the first corner, but it's only for the formation lap. Oh, Alonso is stuck on the grid. Oh, he's going now. He's going. Hopefully, he'll be able to get back his positions. That is not what we want to see, for sure. Okay, thankfully Alonso got up and running before all the cars filed through, so he should be able to take back his position per my understanding of the rules. I was just saying, he was potentially our only hope of really mixing things up here. 8 points for P1, all the way down to 1 point for P8. So it's purely in iterations or steps of one at the moment. 21 laps this race will be. 21 laps. Okay, so well and truly will be a sprint race. Not expecting any pit stops. I still haven't seen any info on the tires. Let's see if I can see them as they're coming through here. Is that the soft tire? Yeah, it looks like the soft tires for the Ferrari and Red Bull at least. Definitely the soft tire on Alonso's car there as well. And Alonso has taken back fifth place, which he's entitled to do. All of the cars coming around now to line up on the grid. Great to see the crowds back as well, especially the Italian crowds. They are very passionate about their racing indeed. Indeed. All right, time for predictions. I think Verstappen will do it. The championship needs Verstappen to do it more so tomorrow than today. But losing 8 points to Leclerc today is not on the cards either. Now, just coming around onto their grid positions. This is usually the point where I get really nervous. I'm not feeling the nerves today. I guess sprint race, it's not worth as much. Not quite worth as much. Now, this is the helmet cam for one of the Alpines. Is this Alonso or Ocon? I have a suspicion it's Ocon because Alonso should have already taken his grid position. Alrighty, we're getting ready to go here. They're really slow coming around here. Really slow. Latifi radio. Okay, they're just telling Latifi that somebody's brakes are smoking a lot in front of him. I hope it's not his teammate again because his brakes exploded yesterday. The lights, here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are off. It looks like a very good start for Leclerc, actually. Very good start. Yeah, Leclerc has taken the lead of the race. Good start from Leclerc. Norris has holded. He's held on to third place here as well. Jose, just show the race. Yeah, of course, Jose. I have the rights for the Formula One World Championship. Yeah, definitely. Look, I would if I could. To be honest with you, I would if I could. But that's a surefire way to have your channel taken down. It looks like a good start as well for Magnussen. He's maintained fourth place. There is a bit of pressure back there for it's Ricardo. Ricardo seems to have gotten past Alonso. Um, Leclerc. So Leclerc's leading. Let me update the leader on the screen for the time being, so that we are correct. So there we go. Leclerc leading the race. Yellow flag out there. That's one of the Alfa Romeos. As Zhu, he's off. His back wing is broken. It looks like he's gone backwards into the wall there. So we have a safety car already. A safety car. Not a red flag yet. We had plenty of those yesterday during the qualifying. But it is a safety car right now. Alright, so it slows down. Huge gap between Leclerc and Verstappen at the moment. It doesn't matter. We're behind the safety car. We're behind the safety car. Alrighty. Let's have a look at the order here and see how things are playing out. Who got a really good start? I'm just looking at the order on my other screen because it's bigger over there. So we have Leclerc is in first place. Verstappen is in second. So he's obviously lost that position. Oh, it was Gasly that made contact there with Joe. Gasly's front tire. I don't know if he has a puncture or if he's broken the front wheel. It looks like he's broken the suspension of the front wheel. I think he is going to be out of the race as well. Team radio for Gasly. Interesting. All right, so his hubcap is definitely smashed. It's warped. It's completely bent. But his suspension doesn't look like it's broken. He's into the pits now. They're checking the suspensions. They're taking off his nose cone. Didn't see any damage to his nose, to be honest. Um, all right. They've changed the tires as well. It's looking good. It's looking good for Gasly. Well, as good as he can look. He's obviously at the back of the grid now for the sprint race, but he was pretty close to the back as it was. Not a good starting position for those guys. Alrighty, I had gotten up to number 2 on the race order before I was stopped here. They have not moved that Alfa Romeo at all, by the way. It's still out there, so we're going to have the safety car for another little bit. We have a 1 hour limit on this race as well, I believe. Yeah, it was a great start there from Leclerc. He really got, and Norris almost got past Verstappen as well. And Magnussen thought about going down the inside, but I think at the end of the day, any good points for the Haas team will be welcome. He compromised himself severely, though, by breaking into the first corner and almost got overtaken by 2 or 3 different cars, but somehow managed to maintain 4th place. On board with Verstappen, complaining about his gears as he was taking off. So he's clearly apportioned the blame to his gear ratio there. Now, this is the onboard with Daniel Ricciardo. That looked good. So he got straight past Alonso. Alonso had a bit of a sluggish start again. Not as sluggish as the start for his formation lap, I will add. There he was past Magnussen for a moment in time, and their wheels touched. So Magnussen and Ricciardo made contact, and Perez, as a result, got past Ricciardo. Yeah, it's interesting viewing, certainly on board from the Alonso camera. And you see, there's the touch, and it even looked like Perez may have touched wheels with the back of Ricciardo as well. So Ricciardo really was in a sandwich there. Razdeep, hey Razdeep, good to have you on board. Now, okay, the crane is out, so they are finally starting to take away that car. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely wins the race. Not quite in Formula One, but they're getting it done. Quite a turn of speed from that crane, or from that loader there. Was not expecting it to pick up so much speed going backwards, but there you go. Hopefully we'll get to enjoy some real racing soon. I'm watching this on Sky Sports F1. They're talking to Nico Rosberg at the moment. I can't really hear what he's saying. I don't think it's anything too interesting. So Magnussen is on the medium tire, and Schumacher and Latifi are also on medium tires. Now Schumacher is up to 11th. I think he started in 12th, if I remember correctly. So this is more interesting for Magnussen. What is Magnussen going to do with that medium tire? This is where I need to take out the rule book. Are they obliged to change tires in the sprint race? I think they're not, because I know in Formula 2 they definitely don't have to change tires during the sprint race. In fact, they usually don't change them. I have a suspicion that all of these cars are trying to get to the end of the race on these tires. So if the soft tires that Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris, and basically everybody else apart from the 3 guys I mentioned do start to go off towards the end of the race, this could be really, really good for Magnussen. Yeah, into the wall. Yeah, what's going on, man? He asks on the team radio. Well, you've crashed. You're in the wall. You're out of the race. That's what's going on. Still have the safety car out, so we're waiting to get back up and running at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, this is Gasly is going to have a very tough time now trying to make his way through from last place. On board here with Schumacher. So what happened with Schumacher? So far so good. No contact with anybody. Lots going on in there, and it looks like it was Bottas he was on the tail of. And yeah, the standings at the moment would confirm that. So the safety car is going to be ending in a moment. The incident involving Zhou and Gasly was reviewed. No further investigation required. So they clearly think that was a racing incident, which usually is the case at the start of the race. There's the Aston Martin safety car coming through. I don't think we'll be seeing any other Aston Martin at the front of the field today. I could be wrong. Maybe the rain will come down and Aston Martin will turn into a dream car in the wet. Ferrari mechanics look very nervous there. Very, very nervous indeed. They're leading the race. What did Sainz manage to do? He's up into 8th. So he's going to get 1 point as it stands at the moment. Now, I've been promising a run through of the order for quite some time. I'm just going to turn off this safety car logo here because we're not back up and running yet. Gasly 19, Albon 18, Latifi 17, Ocon 16, Hamilton 15, Stroll 14, Tsunoda 13, Russell 12, and Schumacher 11. Then we have Bottas in 10th, and Vettel in 9th. Then I'll do the top 8 after we're up and running again. And looks like a good start or getaway here for Leclerc. He's followed through there by Verstappen, 0.5 of a second between them. Norris then is in 3rd, Magnussen is in 4th, and Perez not that close to Magnussen actually. It's more Magnussen pressuring Norris at the moment. Now Alonso is in big trouble here, so Sainz will try to get past him. Alonso really didn't have the speed coming through there. He might just have recovered. The chicane has come up just the right time for him to regain his composure here. Yeah, Sainz is not going to get past at the moment, but he definitely has a faster car than the Alpine, so I think he will be he'll be thinking about that one very, very soon. Magnussen has a warning for weaving on the straight. There you go. That's after the safety car restart. So it was Perez, obviously, that he was blocking there. That would be my assumption. Thanks so much for everybody who's tuning in at the moment. Let me use this opportunity to remind you to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell as well if you want to be notified of future videos. And if you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to like the video and like the page and all of that lark. Now, yeah, here's a replay of what Magnussen was doing. Yeah, it seems more like a space issue rather than anything else. It wasn't when they were back up to full speed. But I suspect that Verstappen and Leclerc had already gone past the safety car line, so that's where the issues really started to kick in there. Right, so 1.1 seconds now between Leclerc and Verstappen, so Leclerc is the leader at the moment. Norris then is in 3rd place, with Magnussen in 4th, Perez 5th, Ricciardo 6th, Alonso 7th, and Sainz is in 8th place. Interestingly, Vettel 9th and Bottas 10th. Both of those guys are outside of the points at the moment. Sainz is up 2 places from the start, and Bottas is down 2 places from the start. Of course, they basically switched positions. Now, what are we doing at the back of the field? So Gasly is still in last place in 19th. Of course, Zhou is out of the race. And good start from Tsunoda. He's up 3 places from the start. Ocon is also up 3 places. Albon, in fact, is up 3 places as well. So those are the guys that have made the substantial moves during this race. 15 laps to go. Wow, 7 laps gone and nearly no racing. That safety car really slowed things down, I have to say. And now here's Sainz trying to get through the outside on Alonso. He gets the move done, so he's up into 7th. Ricciardo is next up the road for him. Alonso looks like he's going to fight back here as soon as he can. Alonso is not one to be beaten in a battle like this. You know, he'll try to snap back. Use the advantage that he has whilst he has it before that superior Ferrari engine takes Sainz out of that battle. Alonso is kind of staying in touch here, so he's not too far away. Still 1.1 seconds between Verstappen and Leclerc, but now Magnussen has Perez for company, and there's about 0.6 of a second, 0.5 of a second, 0.4 of a second, depending on which part of the lap you're looking at this. Next time we come around, do we have DRS yet? Yeah, we should have DRS by now. Well, it'll be 2 laps from when the safety car went in, so I think on the next lap around we get DRS. Once DRS kicks in, that's going to be a big problem for Magnussen. Big problem. But of course, the key variable here is Magnussen has the medium tyre. Now DRS is available. Perez really closing in. Ah, he's got the move done. That looked really, really easy towards the end there. He's got the move done, so that's Perez up into fourth place. And Perez will have his eyes on third because that Red Bull should certainly be faster than the McLaren based on the first three races of the season. He looks fast. He looks fast. Leclerc has the fastest lap of the race at the moment. No points for fastest lap in the sprint race, though. No points at all. Here's the onboard now replay with Perez. Oh, so easy. That DRS is very effective on the straight. Very, very effective. I don't even know why the Red Bull pit crew are cheering about that. It looks really easy. But they are up one position, and that's why they're cheering. They're up one. Hamilton only in 14th, so he's gotten past Stroll now. He's moved up from 15th to 14th, and he's 1.2 seconds behind Tsunoda. So what's going on with Hamilton? The Mercedes had speed this morning in the free practice, but here we are, dry conditions for the race. I don't know what the temperature is like relative to this morning, but no, nothing doing. Russell is struggling as well in 12th place. This was the big opportunity for Mercedes to do a little bit of damage limitation from yesterday. And now there's Bottas. He's got up into ninth. He's passed Vettel. Still outside the points, though, of course. We've only top 8 for points today. I'm going to keep saying that because I'm going to forget if I don't. Positions lost. Yeah, 3 positions gained actually is still the record, and we have a number of drivers who gained 3 positions from the start of this race. Here's Mick Schumacher, and he looks very interesting getting past his buddy Sebastian Vettel here as well. Schumacher must be under severe pressure. It hasn't been the best week in the world, I would say, for Schumacher. With the announcement that Carlos Sainz has extended his deal with Ferrari, it essentially means that Mick Schumacher won't be joining Ferrari anytime soon. And he has a very feisty teammate in Kevin Magnussen, who has been pretty much outperforming him, I would say, for about 90% of this season so far. Glimpses from Schumacher at the last round, but Haas was way, way off the pace in general at the last round, so it didn't really matter for much. But when it comes down to points, it's Magnussen. He's the guy picking up all the points. Magnussen is in 5th, by the way, because Perez got past him. But he has Ricciardo now for company, and Ricciardo in turn has Sainz closing in on him. So Ricciardo needs to get past Magnussen, or else he's going to fall into the claws of Carlos Sainz. Not speaking about Carlos Sainz's nail hygiene or anything like that. Now, here we go. It's a lovely onboard shot here with Carlos Sainz. I actually really like these graphics because they're showing us the speed of the car in front as well. It's come a long, long way over the years. Really puts Formula E to shame as well, where Formula E is the pinnacle of motorsport technology, you would have thought, but not quite. Then again, much bigger budget in Formula 1, I suspect. 10 laps gone already. We're nearly at the halfway point. All right, so where's the action coming from, guys? We need a little bit more action than this. Still very undecided about the sprint race. This is, I guess this is our 4th sprint race. We had 3 last season, and we'll have 3 this season, but this is our 4th one in total. Ricciardo Sainz relative speeds there. Another fancy schmancy graphic on this side. Now into DRS. So it'll be Ricciardo and Sainz will both have DRS here. So Magnussen could find himself in very, very big trouble. Oh yeah, Ricciardo's going to get the move done here, is he? He does. Yeah, Ricciardo gets the move done, and that was very, very nice. That was a nice move. Now, that was not a slam dunk like the Perez move on Magnussen. That is for certain. Now Magnussen has the Ferrari on his gearbox. This is what I was worried about. And this is where a great qualifying really hampers, let's say, the less strong or the less powerful teams. 4th place qualifying for Magnussen would have been absolutely awesome going into the sprint race, but he's just going to drop down the order here. Going into the feature race, but he's just going to drop down the order here in the sprint race, and as a result, he will be starting the feature race. I guess he could start even in 8th place at the moment. I don't know if Alonso will be able to get past Magnussen. The only bit of hope I have here is that these soft tires are going to start falling off around, lap 17, 18 onwards. And fastest lap there for Leclerc, and Magnussen, of course, on the medium tires will have a little bit more grip, and maybe he'll be able to claw back a couple of positions. I'm not going to hold my breath for that, though. Definitely not. Don't know too much about the tire degradation at this circuit this weekend. Haven't had a good opportunity to watch the free practice sessions at all, I will say. And there we go. There's Sainz. He gets past Magnussen, so Magnussen now is down into 7th, unfortunately. Now, Sainz needs to do the business here. He needs to catch Ricciardo. Norris is in a fairly comfortable 4th place, 2 seconds behind Perez, and 5 seconds back to his teammate. Speaking of which, though, I never realized that Perez got past Norris. Now, here's a replay of the move. The commentary team actually confirming that we had not seen the move. Yeah, once again, very easy, clean move. That Red Bull is really good down the straight with the DRS. Very, very fast. Very fast indeed. Leclerc is still winning. Not great for the championship because it's been a bit of a cakewalk for him so far. And of course, Russell is 2nd in the championship. Russell is in 12th at the moment. Hamilton now is 4/10 of a second, by the way, behind Tsunoda. So let's see what he can do. Hamilton is in 14th, Tsunoda in 13th. I'm going to watch that one on the tracker if I can. No, it's just too congested there in the midfield to figure out what's going on. But Hamilton should have DRS any time now coming up here behind Tsunoda. Tsunoda in turn, though, more than likely has DRS as well on Russell. Schumacher battling away with Vettel here as well. 1.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds now between Leclerc and Verstappen, 1st to 2nd. That's probably our finishing order unless there are any kinds of issues for that Ferrari. Perez now 6 seconds behind his teammate. Sainz 0.5 of a second behind Ricciardo. So this is where the battle is at now. Sainz to move up the order. And can he close down Norris before the end of the race? It's a bit of an ask. It'll be 6 to 7 seconds he's going to have to make up, and he needs to get a move done on Ricciardo, and he has 7 laps left to do it. It's a tall order. If anyone can do it, Sainz can, but I guess the fact that it's Norris will be a bit of an incentive to him as well. Just a tad. All right, so let's see. Oh, this is going. Leclerc leads, Verstappen 2nd, Perez 3rd, Norris 4th, Ricciardo 5th, Sainz 6th. Now on board with Sainz, he has DRS around the inside, actually, not outside. He goes down the inside, clean into the corner. He gets the move done. It is Sainz is the man on the move today. He has made up definitely the most positions. Yeah, he's made up 5 positions in the race today. So I think that is the top of the order at the moment in terms of people who've made up positions. Hamilton's still stuck behind Tsunoda, so he's not getting past him. Not getting past him at all. I'm so surprised about this. The Mercedes has basically not moved in this race. Hamilton was in 15th at one stage and moved up back into 14th. I think he started in 14th. Let's do a very quick check on the starting grid. 13th, in fact. So Hamilton is down 1 position, and Russell started in 11th, and he's now 12th. So he's down 1 position as well. Amazing. Unexpected. Bottas outperforming both of the Mercedes as well. Bottas is in 9th. He doesn't even get points, but he's outperforming Mercedes. Fastest lap now for Perez. Another man on the move. So it's all the teammates who started further down than they needed to that are really making ground today. Now, Alonso is under pressure here from Bottas. This is for the final points position in the race, by the way. So this is a big deal. And they've caught up with Magnussen as well. So it's 0.3 of a second from Bottas to Alonso, and in turn 0.5 of a second from Alonso to Magnussen. So that's the bottleneck right now. Incident involving Alonso and Bottas is noticed. We've all noticed. Weaving on the straight. Oh, that was Alonso then that was weaving. I think he'll be getting a bit of a warning or a reprimand for that one if that turns out to be a factor. Magnussen radio. Okay, telling him his tires should be starting to come back now. We're on lap 15. This is my hope that the soft tires will go off the cliff any time now. And here's Schumacher. He's past Vettel. Schumacher gets the move done, so he's up into 10th. And he's also on the medium tires. Now, so these Haas cars are the ones to watch now, because they might just have a little bit more speed here. Not too much evidence of it yet, because Bottas and Alonso are still all over the back of Magnussen. He needs to hold these guys off. Black and white flag for Alonso, weaving on the straight. Now Bottas is trying to pull the move on Alonso. He's going, I would have interpreted that as the outside, but it's now turned into the inside, into the first corner. Bottas will get the move done now. Can Alonso fight back here? No, Alonso can't fight back. He's staying in close proximity. Where's our next DRS zone? No, that's job done. Job done for Bottas. Very, very nice. That puts him in 8th place, so he's getting 1 point from this race. Unbelievable to see the Mercedes so far down the field here. And it looks like Tsunoda is putting Russell under more pressure than Russell is actually applying to Vettel. So at the moment we have Alonso in 9th, Schumacher is in 10th, Vettel is 11th, Russell is 12th, Tsunoda 13th, Hamilton 14th, Stroll 15th. There's a whole bunch of Merc cars down there. Then we have all the Williams as well at the back. So we have Latifi in 19th and last, and we have Albon in 17th. This is not going well at all for the Mercedes engine cars. Who's the highest Mercedes engine car here? It's Vettel. Vettel in 11th. He's the highest placed Mercedes at the moment. Now, the gap between Leclerc and Verstappen is down to 0.6 of a second. So there's a mini battle going to happen here. This is great. This is exactly what I came for today. It'll be only a 1 point swing now. 5 laps remaining, they're telling Max on the team radio. It's only a 1 point swing, but I think psychologically this is a big deal if he can get the move done on Leclerc, because this will play on his mind tomorrow. Of course, Verstappen is starting on pole position, even if he finishes in 2nd place here. Now, what can he do? What can he do? We're coming around, start, finish, straight. Does he have DRS? 0.8 of a second. He'll have DRS, but is 0.8 of a second just a little bit too far back? This Red Bull looks great with DRS, though. It looks really good. He's definitely closed the gap here. Can he get the move done? No, just not close enough. Maybe next time around. Maybe next time around. 0.5 of a second now between them. So Max is definitely a lot closer. But it seems like it's the start-finish straight where you're getting the move done. Did Max run a little bit wide just there? He seemed to go quite deep onto that curb. 0.6 of a second. Bottas is 0.4 of a second behind Magnussen. So those tires haven't come true for Magnussen just yet. And then Alonso is 0.9 of a second behind Bottas. Now back to the leader battle. 0.6 of a second. Just on 0.6 of a second now. So we're coming around where we'll be coming around to the start-finish straight very, very soon. Coming around the final corner here. Well, it's more like a double corner. And Verstappen is right on the tail of Leclerc here. Now let's see what he can do. It's back to 0.7 of a second though. 3 laps to go. DRS wide open on board here with Verstappen. Can he get the move done? No, again, he just doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough. I wonder if Leclerc is using his battery on the straight to fend off Verstappen here. Or is the Ferrari just that fast? Nico Rosberg talking about how Leclerc needs to finish in first to start on pole tomorrow. I think he hasn't read the rules, or else I've read the rules wrong. I'm almost 100% certain that Verstappen starts on pole position tomorrow, no matter where he finishes in this race. Team radio for Verstappen. Okay, he's told them to leave him alone, leave him to it. Imola, I love the Imola circuit. It's such a racy circuit. It's got some great chicanes and turns, high speed turns. Now we're coming into this final corner again, and around we come for the start finish straight. A bit of a wiggle on again for Verstappen, 0.6 of a second this time. So this is the closest he's been. What can he do? DRS wide open. He looks very close here. Is he going to get the move done? He's going to try it around the outside. Yeah, he's pulled the move. He's got it done. He's got it done. Verstappen is now leading the race. But I'm expecting that Leclerc is going to hit straight back. But we're on lap 20 here. Leclerc is right on him here. It'll probably be the start-finish straight, though. It'll be the start-finish straight. Verstappen leads. Magnussen has been overtaken by Bottas. We've missed that. So Magnussen is in 8th place at the moment. Alonso is 0.4 of a second now behind him. So Alonso is going to try and steal that final points position. There's the onboard again with Verstappen. It's a beautiful move around the outside, and he leaves loads of space there for Leclerc as well. So very, very fair. This is the same guy that was having quite the battle with Lewis Hamilton. These guys are handling themselves very, very differently. I know it only takes one coming together for that whole relationship to change, but when you contrast this with the Hamilton-Verstappen battle last year, so Verstappen is leading. I think I predicted Verstappen to win this race, right? I think so. Alrighty. There's Alonso now, so we're back in on the battle here between Alonso and Magnussen to get this final points position. I think we should focus back, though, on Leclerc and Verstappen. 1.8 seconds. That can't be right. Okay, Verstappen has given up on this one. Leclerc has given up on this one, clearly. I think Verstappen is going to win if that's the case. Italian Grand Prix 2022 sprint race. Well, it looks like the race is more than likely over because that's quite a big gap. 2.5 seconds now, so Verstappen has just taken off. Has Leclerc given up, or was Verstappen really that much faster than the Ferrari? Sainz is in 4th. So he has gotten past Norris. We've missed this as well. What's going on, guys? Can we please see a replay of this? He's 5 seconds ahead of Norris as well. Here comes Verstappen. He's won. He's won the sprint race. Good result for Verstappen. And Leclerc, very solid second place. He's true in second. Perez is in 3rd place. Race winner, Max Verstappen. And as we know, he starts pole position tomorrow, regardless of this result. But if we were going by last year's rules, he would have started on pole position as well. So there you go. Perez, by the way, had the fastest lap. He won't get a point for that because it's the sprint race. Sainz has finished. He's in 4th, so he starts 4th tomorrow. Norris is 5th. Ricciardo is 6th. Bottas 7th. Magnussen has held on for a point in 8th. Alonso then is in 9th place. Schumacher 10th. Russell 11th, Tsunoda 12th, Vettel 13th, Hamilton 14th. Very perplexing from Hamilton and Russell, by the way. Russell actually finishes in 11th, which is the position he started in. And Stroll then is 15th, Ocon 16th, Gasly 17th, Albon 18th, Latifi 19th, and Zhou, of course, didn't finish the race, so he's in last and 20th place. So, yeah, look, this will be our order for the race tomorrow. Verstappen on pole position, as we know. Leclerc in 2nd, Perez 3rd, and Sainz in 4th. This is the big battle we want to see. Now, what can Sainz do tomorrow? What can Perez do tomorrow? Can they get involved in the battle with their teammates? And will we have that big battle between Verstappen and Leclerc, just like we've had at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? I think that's the one that really stands out for me. That was awesome. That was really, really good. That was good. Let me try put up the banner here. Breaking news: Max Verstappen wins the Italian Grand Prix 2022 sprint race. There, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Unfortunately, I couldn't show the race. As I stated, I'd love that. I would absolutely love if I could show the race on here, but nope, nope. I need to save up now. The interesting thing about this result is Verstappen seemed to hold off for the majority of the race and only showed his hand towards the end. Uh, that Red Bull looks a lot faster than the Ferrari based on this performance, and a very good performance as well from Perez to rescue third place as well. So yeah, there you go. It makes a tasty proposition for tomorrow. I think as long as we don't have any technical failures, DNFs, or anything like that, we should have a very good race. Of course, the danger is it's the reliability of that Red Bull. We've seen it twice already this season. Tomorrow's the fourth race. To imagine that 66% of the races we've had so far, Verstappen has not finished in. So I really am hoping that he gets the reliability that he needs tomorrow, because this championship is basically over. If Sainz or Verstappen can't do something tomorrow, this championship is going to go away. And the Mercedes, I thought this might be the weekend where they'd try to get back, but they seem further than ever at the moment. It's crazy, crazy. Russell has beaten his teammate as well, so Russell's 11th and Hamilton is 14th. Absolutely craziness. All right, they have Davide Valsecchi, the most enthusiastic racing commentator in the world, I would say, interviewing the drivers at the moment. All right, look, that was good. That was a good taster for tomorrow. Good battle, I'm hoping, between Leclerc and Verstappen. Good clean battle. Lots of overtaking. Lots of changes for the lead. That would be good. Want to see as well what way the tires come into play tomorrow. Looks like soft tires and switching over to the medium tires possibly. I'm going to check on the Pirelli Twitter later on to see what they're recommending. But yeah, there's Valsecchi now. Yeah, he's very excited, very excitable. He was a good driver when he drove in Formula 2. He didn't get much of a chance in Formula 1, to be honest. All right, I'm going to leave it there. As I said earlier, please, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel as well. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. And if you're watching us on Facebook, like the page Winning Formula Sports. I think that's what we are on Facebook. Like the page and give the videos a thumbs up as well. And I hope to see you really, really soon. We should be back tomorrow for the full race watch along, the feature race, let's call it. And until then, I will speak to you. Have a good one.